Happy holidays, curious people. Wherever you're watching, whenever you're watching, I hope you're doing well, and thank you all so much for helping my channel blow up. As of recording this, it's been a month to the day since I put out the Utah Fake Town video, which somehow got noticed by the algorithm and has gained 221,000 views so far. Last I checked, that's over half the total views to my channel even now, despite being, in my opinion, my worst video. In terms of writing, interestingness of the subject matter, editing quality, professionalism, all that. When I finished editing it, I literally wasn't sure if I wanted to release it. And eventually I was just like, well, I put that much effort into it. So I've begun to learn about the capriciousness of the algorithm, but not understand it, because nobody will ever do that. Another thing that today, December 18th, that today's the anniversary of, it's the middle of the night, it's actually probably the 19th now, is my return from China last year. During my senior year at Lewis and Clark, I studied abroad for 4 months in Beijing at Capital Normal University, which a friend of mine pointed out has a similar ring to it to Kansas City Eclectic Medical University, the alma mater of the great John Brinkley. And while I was in China, I was already planning to start a YouTube channel. I bought a plastic durian. You will learn the full story about Jollibee's origins some other time. I've only told part of it so far, and I filmed some stuff while I was there about my travels and the fascinating alternate universe that is modern China. So, Merry Chrysler, and welcome to a seasonally relevant episode of what will be a recurring series on Tor's Cabinet. So, I guess it shouldn't come as a surprise that Christmas is a thing in China. It's not the biggest holiday of the year. That's the Lunar New Year, which is in January or February, and the Mid-Autumn Festival in September or October is second. Christmas in China isn't a public holiday. There's no school break for it or anything. If anything, it kind of marks the beginning of the Lunar New Year season, like the way Thanksgiving in America is a lesser holiday that marks the beginning of the Christmas season. The Chinese conflate Christmas with other Western holidays. Like, on Christmas in China, it's popular for young couples to go on dates and give each other cards and boxes of chocolate, like on Valentine's Day. So Chinese Christmas is sort of a mishmash of traditions brought to China to sell more stuff. There obviously aren't a lot of Christians in China, so there are absolutely no religious trappings to a Chinese Christmas. It's all about consumerism, or as they euphemistically call it in China these days, socialism with Chinese characteristics. You'd probably be hard-pressed to find a nativity scene in December in Beijing, but you'd see Santa all over the place. Shengdan Laoren, as he's known, the old man of Christmas, with all the accessories we associate with Santa. His hat, his beard, his red suit, his sack of toys, and of course, his most important feature. Tuning in on your saxophone. That's right. In China, Santa is rarely depicted without a saxophone. Why is a mystery that has boggled the minds of Western expats in China since Santa with a sax began popping up in the 90s. There's a fun Just So story that goes like this. It's the early 1990s. Capitalism has come to China for the first time in its modern history. A department store in one of China's major cities is looking to set up a Christmas display at a time when most Chinese haven't even heard of Christmas. They quickly learn that a lot of Western celebrations of Christmas surround a mythical figure called Santa Claus, who is a sort of unofficial god of consumerism. In the cold, dark pre-internet days, they might know a little about Santa, but they call an American business associate of theirs to make sure they portray this guy accurately. Over the phone, they ask the American to list Santa's most common features, and the American says, well, he has a beard, he has a hat with a tuft, he has reindeer, and since he gives presents to the children of the world, he has sacks. He always carries around sacks. They thank their American business partner and start setting up their Christmas dioramas. Someone's writing down a list in English of the key features they need. Hat, beard, reindeer, sacks. He passes the list to someone else who reads it out at a meeting. Everyone there speaks some English, but nobody has perfect English. The other boss gets to the item sax on the list and is like, "Guys, I'm not familiar with this word." And he asks everyone at the meeting out loud, "What does the English word sax mean? What's a sax?" Someone raises their hand and says, "It's short for a saxophone," and they're like, "Thanks," and proceed to outfit their department store with saxophone playing Santas. Thousands of customers see Santa Claus for the first time, and from then on, everyone in China knows Santa has sax. It's a fun story, but it's probably not true. Other people have blamed Coca-Cola ads showing Santa playing a sax, which I guess is sort of an outgrowth of the urban legend that our popular image of Santa himself comes from early 20th century Coca-Cola ads, but there aren't any Coke ads where Santa plays a saxophone that would have been widely shown in China at the time Christmas was becoming a thing there. A lot of people just shrug and say, Santa is Western, saxophones are Western, which, sure, but then why doesn't Santa play a guitar or a violin or, any other Western instrument? Why specifically a saxophone? The real story might be even weirder. According to Chinese-American journalist Helen Gao, who has probably done more research into this micro-mystery than anyone else, the most plausible origin for Santa's Chinese sax is that Christmas was a Western phenomenon that reached China in the 90s, so Christmas in China is associated with other Western cultural icons of the 90s. Who was the leader of the Western world in the 90s? President Saxophone. In China, Santa Claus and Bill Clinton are culturally adjacent figures. I mean, it really could just be because Chinese people love the saxophone. I noticed when I was there that you hear Kenny G all over the place. There's a particular Kenny G song that's universally used in China to mean closing time. When that song plays over the speakers at a mall or a supermarket, that's your cue to leave. Us Westerners have a mental image of what default Chinese music sounds like, and it sounds like this. Well, the Chinese have a mental image of what default Western music sounds like, and it sounds like this. But I think we all really know why Santa plays the sax, 'cause he's so saxy. Santa baby, hurry down the chimney to me. I've got a durian here with your name on it, and it smells like ass.